Hey y'all, what's up? Hope everybody is doing well as they come in. Hello, hello, hello. It is a beautiful Sunday in Dallas, Texas. The sky is blue, the sun is shining, and yeah, it is really beautiful out here today. I wanted to come on here just briefly to talk about um, the the disrespect the disrespectful generation that I see out here today. And it's really very prevalent. Just older people, younger people. What's up, Marissa? What's up, Captain Wolf? How are you? What's up, Ernest? What's up, Denise? Good to see you. Good to see you, Denise. And it's a lot of just disrespectful people everywhere you go. It seems to be an ongoing thing to be disrespectful. Like, hey, sassy, how you? Good to see you. It's a beautiful day in Dallas. um, it's just really the stuff that you see out here. It's just not with the Cam Newton situation. It's just people in general. They just, hey Philly, they just don't know when to stop, right? And when people don't know when to stop and they go so far to be disrespectful to other people, it just becomes a very volatile situation. The situation that happened with Cam Newton, y'all probably have saw it. um he did his reaction to it, with, hey Will T, what's good? It's good to see you. He did his reaction with, I think, Shaq. I'm gonna show you a little bit of that. And this is fair use for educational purposes. And I just want to show you his response. I also want to show you the fight from those who did not see it. I'm not really that person that's into that celebrity gossip kind of stuff, or what's going on with celebrities. I really, in a lot of ways, I just don't care. But there is some things, some teachable moments in some of the things that we see with celebrities. Hey, Ballhead, how are you? Good to see you. And I wanted to share that with you. I hope you guys are having. Hey, Lon Lon, what's good? I hope. What's up, Larry? Good to see you, Larry. I don't know if some of y'all saw this, but I thought this was very interesting. I'm going to show you some of how some of these young men, they call it trolling, but sometimes I think some people are just disrespectful. What's up, just saying? I'm gonna show you a few videos now. Yeah, Cam Newton. For those who know, you guys know that he used to be with, I think it's the Panthers. I think is it North Carolina Panthers. You men can help me out with that, because if it ain't the Cowboys, I'm not really concerned. What's up, Gary? I'm not really concerned, but the the guy has made millions for his talent of playing sports. And sometimes you got people that haven't played sports. Not only have they not played sports professionally, but they've never made it out of their area. They've never made it even close to a semi-professional in sports. But they have so much to say, and especially young men. Okay, Charlotte, especially young men that haven't even made it out of high school. They haven't even graduated, you know, and they can be so disrespectful with their trolling. And I'm not saying put people on pedestals, celebrities on pedestals, but when a and I do think athletes are celebrities, and to a degree. But it's like, to me, they have made it. You should be wanting to know from them how they got where they are. Instead, you have some disrespectful people talk about what they haven't done, how they haven't made it to the Super Bowl, and if they did make it to the Super Bowl, they still was sorry. And it's just like, Did you ever play? And if you played, did you ever make it professionally? Did you ever have to be in a game where you ended up being injured and where you it affected the way you played? Did you ever have anything remotely close to that happens? But people have so much to say, and they've never been in that position. If anything, you should want to know, what can I do? What can I learn from this person? Because this person has made it. But people don't have enough sense to do that. They always critiquing. They're always trying to one up you or say something or troll you. And I just really feel like it's disrespectful. And I'm not putting any celebrity, including him, on a pedestal. But I think, to me, some of the things that, especially when he goes to help young men that would like to be a professional football player, and he's going there to help them and to show them the skills that he's learned over time, and for them to think, oh, I know it, I got it. That is so foolish to me, and it's disrespectful. And this is why people don't like helping youth a lot of times, because not only do you have to deal with some of the parents who are wackos, you have to deal with some of the kids that think they know everything and don't know nothing. And then on top of that, they're disrespectful. So, I have a lot of feelings about this. Hey, Denise. Hey, Andrea. Good to see you. Hey, Gary. I hope I spoke to everybody that came through. Thank you so much for spending your time for a few minutes here. I'm not going to be on here long, but I just want to show y'all a few videos.
Yes. Me? Yes. I met you. When? Tell me about it. Show me a picture. Show me a picture. I got an autograph.
Now, this is another high schooler trolling Cam Newton, telling him about his skills.
I got a question. Oh shit. We got the same amount. No, but we don't got the same bank account.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, he did that.
He be like that again. I'm good.
No, that's him.
When people like really face Cam Newton, it was an extra little type of energy. It started with you in Auburn. Everybody seen this dude, 6'4", 245 pounds, got this nice curly white smile. And dog, anytime you stepped into the end zone, bro, you low-key embarrassed dudes, bro. You embarrassed dudes by running them over, by calling out the play like you did with Clay Matthews before you snapped the ball, and you celebrated your ass off, and bro, dudes could not stand that from you. So you better believe it. Like, if I'm gonna hit this dude, if I'm gonna get a chance to tackle this dude, I'm gonna put some extra energy on it.
Well, for me, the coach would say, act like you've been there before. But I was like, shit, I don't know if this is gonna be my last time getting in this motherfucker. So shit, I had to smile. I had to, have fun with it. That's when I played my best ball. It took.
So that just shows he's really confident. So sometimes people can take it different ways, but he's a confident person. He is confident in his skills as a footballer and as an athlete. So, I think with all of the success that he has accomplished, you would think that people would try to learn from him instead of trying to troll him. Hey, Joe. Hey, Roy Lee. How are you? Good to see you. And I'm going to share this video. Hey, Silverback. And some men, if y'all would like to come up, just put a 1 in the chat, because maybe y'all can give me your perspective as a man, how, maybe some things that you saw that was disrespectful that has happened to you, or even with this situation. What do you guys think about this situation? I'm going to have a few men up here if you would like to come up and talk about it. You're more than welcome. Even some women, if you would like to. I'm going to show you a little bit of the fight and a little bit on how it all started, who had a part to play in it.
Cam Newton appears to get jumped at a football game in Atlanta, Georgia. Per The Athletic, the event was organized by We Ball Sport, an apparel and sports media company that brought U15 and U18 teams in Georgia and Alabama together for a tourney.
Now, this is a 6'4", I said, them little guys he was tussling with. I'm telling you, not one time did that hat came off his head. Now that says a lot. And every time I see this, I think of that song by a Crime Mob, "Nuck If You Buck." I just love that song.
Newton is the founder of C1N,
Look
a
at him.
program that participated. The scenes are pathetic, but sadly an indictment of youth
Not one time did his hat come off.
sports. And here's the thing. Individuals involved with Top Shelf Performance via the
Hey,
Athletic once
Deshaun.
more, a wide receiver training facility in Atlanta that had youth teams in the event, approached Cam at the top of a set of steps. Cam was grabbed and a fight ensued. Two men shown fighting with the former MVP were both coaches for Top Shelf and formerly coached with Cam, according to a source with knowledge. And per Nehemiah Mitchell, the co-founder of Weeball Sports, everyone involved in the scuffle was removed. Police and security would have to step in as well. Cam, who boasts an audience of over 1 million subs on YouTube and a Twitter following of over 1 million, has yet to comment on the melee. The Top Shelf coaches, however, would.
I just want to know, like, what transpired, like, what can make anyone, like, so angry.
And foremost, like, what I want to do, I want to apologize to everybody that was out there and
Okay.
to the
So I believe these are two of the coaches that were involved in the situation.
parents of not just our team, but
Mhm.
everybody
that was affected by
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
But it
That
was too
should have
much.
never happened. Like, we
Mhm.
should have been able to sit down and talk. Like, there's no reason we should be yelling at each other while a game
Right.
going on. Like, ain't none of that necessary. So Cam has an organization.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one team. He has an organization. So it's just been a lot of trash talk, from, what I'm saying, hit more so his side.
Disrespect, and more than likely, it was probably disrespect on both sides. You got an athlete who's very confident. It may come off arrogant, right? He's very confident in his skill set. He's trying to let these players know and the coaches know how it's been, how it is in the NFL. So he's probably giving them pointers, or he's probably letting them know, hey, I need to do this. Y'all ain't doing this right. Then you got the coaches over here feeling the kind of way like, just because you done been in the NFL don't mean you can tell us how to do it. So you got a whole bunch of egos. And what happens with egos? It creates problems because you got one person feeling away like, okay, I'm in charge. This is how it should be. I've been there, done that. I'm trying to help y'all. And then you got some other people over here like, I understand that, but we are over this team and we know how to do it too. So you got egos everywhere. And having big egos is a recipe for disaster. It never ends well with egos. Actually, things like this happen because somebody got to be humble. Somebody got to be like, okay, let me take what let me hear what this person out. Somebody got to listen. And one thing about it is, if y'all ever heard that saying, it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. And that was an old saying that people used to always say. It's an idiom. And people used to always say that when it's people that always wants to be in charge. It's more than one person that wants to take charge. So that's what I see in the situations. I see that maybe both of them in some ways could have been disrespectful to each other. It's the way your tone is how you say things and what you say.
Just out of nowhere, just talking crazy to us for no reason. It's like, it's not.
Hey,
nothing
General.
new. Like, I've been around bro for
Hey,
5 years.
Shintarman.
Like,
Hey,
it's
TP.
typical Cam Newton behavior.
Because Steph, you was right there.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they
wow.
You was
talking.
listening to the whole thing. So
he
you
in
heard
here.
him and you walked up.
So
Let me
Steph walk
see.
up there.
Oh, okay.
What's the,
And as
you
I'm
know,
walking up to Steph, Cam is in Steph's face. I made y'all responsible for everything y'all do, whatever. Then he grabs Steph.
Steve
So
Gang.
me being my little brother, and I'm walking up a flight of steps, and I see a 6'6" guy grabbing my brother.
And that's the footage that everybody
That's
sees.
what everybody's seeing.
Okay.
Like,
So that was the first altercation
That's
yeah,
the
where
that,
first-
everybody
nothing,
saw.
So his little brother must have said something or had an attitude. Now, I'm not saying Cam Newton is innocent because, like I said, he can come off a little arrogant. And I think that's probably because maybe that's just, it might not even be arrogance. It might just be confidence. So I don't know. I haven't been around him. But what I will say is the youth in this day and time has some real smart mouths, and you can't tell them anything, like nothing at all. I work with mentally challenged children, and even though they're mentally challenged, they still have the tendency to be very disrespectful, and they think they know everything. And I'm like, you're in a special ed class, okay? So you don't know everything, right? So it's just the generation that we live in. It's not just with the older people, the middle-aged people. It's the young people are worse, because the their parents, they were disrespectful. They didn't teach their children how to be respectful. So it trickles down to their children. And then this generation will have children, and it will trickle down to their children. So I'm not saying every young person is disrespectful. That would not be the truth. But for the most part, from what I have observed being in the school system, education system, I have seen that even some of the children that come, you would think come in pretty decent households, they still, when they come to school, they try to show out, and they try to talk back to the teacher, or try to go against authority, because they think they got it, they think they know everything. And as when I was a child, the only rights I had was basically none. But these people, these young people now, they think they have so many rights that they can, talk to, an adult that's actually trying to help them. So there could have, we weren't there, but from what is going on and what I have experienced and seen, he probably said something smart to Cam Newton. Cam Newton, like, what? you know, and like most, older guys would be like, what? Who you talking to? So, and then that went, from there, and then you got him. He's saying, "Oh, my brother's being attacked or having in a situation," so he comes to assist his brother.
Nothing else
Right
ever
there.
happened before
Okay.
that. Nothing else ever
like
happened.
nobody's
Okay.
seeing like how he was talking
Talking
crazy
crazy
How are
like
you?
last
that.
2 days. Like
Yeah.
nobody's seen that. Like
Rick Ross, meanwhile, had a different
Hey,
take.
TT.
On another note, I saw that footage of Cam Newton. You got to get that boy props. That hat ain't never came off. That hat ain't never came off. All that stand 10 toes down. Nah, that hat got bobby pins.
Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharp would speak on it as well via Nightcap.
Listen, young fellas, parents need to understand when you have someone like Cam Newton giving players an opportunity to display themselves at these 7-on-7 camps, you are supposed to be taking advantage of these situations. Many of times.
Exactly, Chad. I agree with that. A lot of times, this is an opportunity to really take advantage of. But you got some, like I said, disrespectful parents and kids that think that another person owes them something because they are celebrity and they need to give back to the community. That kind of attitude, that they don't see it as an opportunity. They looking at it as, well, he's supposed to do this. He's a black man. He's supposed to help us. And it's not, people shouldn't have that attitude, but they do sometimes. And so when you have a person like this that's coming to give your child an opportunity to maybe even be seen by some different scouts that can maybe get him to a good college, maybe to the NFL, but you don't take advantage of it. You trying to fight the man. You trying to not listen to the man when he's giving you pointers on what you should do and what you shouldn't do. See, a lot of this stuff is ego, and people don't want nobody telling them nothing. That's really what it comes down to. Old people, middle-aged people, young people. It's all there. People don't want nobody telling them what to do, even if it helps them.
Times I have seen clips, not just forget this fight
Where
here.
are you?
Many of times I've seen players,
KJ.
I've seen coaches, and I've seen parents disrespect Cam Newton at these camps.
Cam is a better man than me. Because the first time the kids disrespected me, I ain't coming back.
See, I like Shay Shay, but that picture that he had with that green jumpsuit, he look a little suspect. But see, that's how most people feel. They like, I ain't gonna come and help these Negroes, and they are acting this way. I can stay at home for this. See, that's what people don't want to help. A lot of times, the youth, especially, not all, but some Black youth. It's some disrespectful. It's disrespectful all types of colors youth. Don't get me wrong, it is. But this was primarily, I believe, it was most Black youth in this particular program that Cam Newton was sponsoring. So he's trying to give these kids an opportunity of a lifetime. And nobody wants to go somewhere and be disrespected or not listened to, and they trying to get take time out of their schedule when they could be making money doing something else to come and help you. Because most of the time these celebrities and athletes, they've came from impoverished situations. They came from poverty. They have experienced maybe not having certain things. I believe Cam Newton had a pretty decent childhood. His father's a pastor, his mother, they were all in church, him and his family. So I think they came from a pretty decent lifestyle. I don't know their social status or anything, but I just know that he had his mother and father in the home with him. But some of these athletes have not had that. So when they come to the communities and try to help people in that are in low income areas or minorities, and then they get this type of disrespect, that makes them not want to come back and help anybody, because they don't want to face that. They're taking their time where they could be making money doing something totally different. This is volunteer. This is not something that they're getting paid for.
Oh, okay. The fact that he continues to come back.
That's my point. That's why I say he's a better man than me.
He continues to hold these camps. Those kids and players and parents and coaches as well. Y'all got to take advantage of that, man.
The man is taking time out of his day to give back. Show the man some courtesy. Show the man respect.
In a joint statement to The Athletic, top shelf performance trainers / coaches Stefan and TJ Brown would go on to say, "We are deeply concerned about the recent incident involving Cam Newton, and our thoughts are with all parties affected. Violence has no place in our community, and we strongly condemn any form of aggression." Stephen Borelli of USA Today would add, "I have seen a number of similar reminders of perspective over the years while watching my own sons play their games. The messages bring to light what has become a national narrative of spectators, namely parents behaving badly at their kids' sporting events. But the narrative isn't just about parents, it's about all the adults who are ruining youth sports for our kids." According to Mitchell, Top Shelf beat Cam's team in a heated game with a lot of trash talk between the U18 teams. The tensions boiled over the next day. On Sunday, there were 16 teams in each division, with the top U18 team earning a $5,000 prize and the top U15 team receiving $1,500. Over 1,500 people attended. Todd Nelson, assistant director of the New York State Public High School Athletic Association, would go on to say, "I just think it's society in general. Individuals over the last 4 or 5 years have felt like they can speak their mind and do whatever they want to do, and shouldn't be any consequences for that."
And that's it right there. And that's very true. A couple of years back here, I don't know if you guys remember SAS. Hey, Real Chase. I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know if it was in the suburbs I know it was in Dallas County, but I don't know if it was in the suburbs. But it was a little league team that was playing, and the parent got upset with the coach about something. I guess it was a play that they had their son to play and it wasn't successful. I don't know the total details of it, but it actually was one of my cousin's good friends. And hey, CX, and he was my cousin's one of his good friends, and it was him that was, I think he was the coach. And so whatever happened between that parent and that coach, it ended up being a deadly deadly situation. The parent ended up shooting the coach at the game, and that young man lost his life. So hey Gerald, how are you? These parents, they take this stuff really serious, even with the little football, teams, these little leagues. They take this stuff seriously. I've heard stories. One time I went with my sister, my little nephews was playing, and some parents had got into it at the football game. I'm like, these people are really crazy. And it's like all that disrespect is hey CC, it's disrespectful people, and then they have these disrespectful kids. It's a generational thing. People don't know how to talk to each other. They talk to each other crazy. They do some of the most craziest, outrageous things, and look at you like, oh, what you looking at? What's the problem? Are you kidding me? You just did this and you looking at me like, what's the problem? And see, that's when people, like, especially if it's a person that didn't start it, that wasn't the aggressor. They like, I can't believe you. Are you really that serious? Like, I don't know where these people come from or who raised these people, but I have always been, hey, too cool. I have always been taught, treat people like you want to be treated. You don't just sit up there and do stuff and then look at somebody like, oh, what's the problem? Oh, it's a problem. And see, once it goes from there, it usually gets bigger from there. And these parents, I have saw parents fight at a football game because their child pushed their child down. Well, this is a sport, that you're actually going to be hitting people. You're gonna be doing some very physical stuff, some heavy physical stuff in football. But you got some people, even at the basketball games, they be fighting, the parents be fighting. What kind of example are you setting out for your kids when you acting a fool at the game? And see, whatever happened with that young man, I understand that was his brother, but instead of him being the aggressor and making the situation worse, making the situation kind of toned down, he made it worse by being the aggressor. It's like somebody got to have some sense. Now you see that this is Cam Newton. He's not a god. He's here to help us, right? He sponsored the team. He wants our kids to succeed. You see your brother over there. You don't know what your brother said. Instead of you going over there trying to get an understanding, what's up, Dimple D? What's up, Uncle L? Instead of you going over there to get an understanding of what actually happened, you going in there, hey, what the hell going on, and trying to fight. And I'm like, you're making the situation worse. You're supposed to tone down the situation, not make it worse. And these parents and these adults, they make it really bad. And when it comes to these little league kind of sports, they really do. And then this is high school. So just imagine if they was like that with their kids about their kids in as a little kid when they was playing football and basketball. Just imagine some of these parents when they get teenagers, they be ready to kill folks. Like I was telling y'all about the situation with the man coming and killing the coach on the football field. And this was in front of little kids. These kids were between, I think, maybe 8 or 12. So, and this was somebody's parent. I'm gonna read some of these comments because you know me, I could be talking. Tanise, you remember that? And I need to ask one of my cousins about that because he was actually friends with that coach. So that got killed. So that was just a tragedy, and it's uncalled for. You said the AAU is by far the worst. Nobody's trying to hear their kid riding the bench on AAU. These people crazy. You said we as people need to raise our children to do something besides being the next generation of athletes and entertainment for these devils anyway. Right. Everybody wants to be an athlete or a rapper or a singer. Let's see. Male W, why is it always the younger people fault? Come on, bro. People are learning it from exactly. And it is it's partially both, but I blame the parents a lot of times because some of these parents are just as disrespectful as the kids. So again, TP's right. They gotta learn it from somewhere. They can't just be learning it by osmosis. It comes from their parents. And a lot of times, like I told you, these parents will be so disrespectful to others, even other parents. And then that's where you have the fights on the football field. And it happens. It really, hey, Blizzy, what's good? You said Cam did this thing, those dumb dudes jumped him and Cam, yeah, it never fell off. That's what I thought was amazing. I said, how you gonna have a fight and your hat don't fall off? That's cold-blooded. I agree, but until they're old enough, the sport's only way to keep a lot of kids out of trouble, especially yes. And that's why it takes different like mentors and even some of the coaches to step in instead of being a predator, to actually be a mentor or be a father like to some of these young men. Hey, Lacola, what's up, beautiful? So I was at that game and you knew it. It was the Tabali brothers. They're from Irvin. Okay. Kwan is a ex-football player. My nephew was playing that day. He had left and came back. Oh my goodness. So you know about it. Cause I was like, that happened I think it happened before COVID. I believe it happened before COVID when I heard about it. And that man came back and killed that coach. That's crazy. Let me play a little bit more of this.
I think that's unfortunate because I think they have taken that liberty that we have as a society and as Americans, and they have taken it to the extreme. Before we get into it, if there are any stories we missed, if there are any that you would like to submit to me, get at me and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. DMs are open. Look forward to all of y'all's submissions. And please, 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 if you can, support the network. Go to tyt.com/join.
Okay, shout out to TYT Sports. Thank you for that. I just want to show you a little bit of that, and then I'm going to show you this video. And if anybody would like to come up, just let me know to discuss this. I think that this is a very good discussion. You know, is it a disrespectful generation? And if it is, what can we do to help with making it not so disrespectful? Can we help by teaching our children? Can we also, if we don't have children, can we practice how to be more respectful to other people? Like, what are some things that we can do as people? Let's see.
At some point, the disrespect has got to stop. What's up, y'all? It's your man Talkers World reporter for the Chick Smooth channel. We got to talk about this.
This is Ching Smooth channel, so you guys check him out. He's talked about this and he has a really good commentary about it.
You would think being a Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, all of these accolades will get you some kind of respect. But it seems like over the years, Cam Newton doesn't even get that respect from his own camps, his own football camp that he's.
This is his own football camp, y'all. This is something that was his idea to help his community and young men just like him, right? So that says a lot. He is giving back to his community. He's not one of these celebrities and athletes that just, you know, are making money and they don't care about anybody else. But he wants other young men to win as well. So when you got young men and parents that take that for granted, or they're disrespectful when this is a really big opportunity to be seen by I would say I don't know if did they win the Super Bowl, but he is a very prominent athlete. This is a chance for their child to be seen, and maybe, you know, there's so many opportunities that could come from being in this camp, you know, and then sometimes people don't take advantage of it. If anything, they mess up the opportunity because they don't know how to cherish a good thing. And that's what's wrong with people now. And then they don't teach their children to take advantage and to enjoy the opportunity while they have it.
Putting together to shine light on players. It's only beneficial to those players. But if you know anything about high school football players, you know that a lot of the disrespect is masked in jokes. They could be serious and could be making fun of you, but it won't be personal. It's just the game. It's all to get into the opponent's heads. So these 7-on-7 tournaments are super popular and super important for these high school athletes to get seen from a lot of D1 colleges and prep themselves for the season. This is their off-season work. So this is very serious. So we're about to check out some of the constant disrespect Cam Newton had to endure over the past couple of years. But you also see that Cam Newton is not the type to let things slide. Let's take a look.
Garbage.
Y'all got all that shit in y'all teeth. Now, which one of y'all got real shit in y'all teeth? I'm still waiting on the answer. Ain't nobody saying that. How much you pay for that grill?
Like 4,000.
You don't even got 4,000. He got 4,000.
Yeah. And he hot. Come on, man. Try these next year. Look, that team got blurred.
I can show you 4,000 now.
They sitting up there trolling him. Like, why do people think trolling is okay? I don't get that. See, that's how I know people are just, they're so disrespectful. They don't even know when they're being disrespectful. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah. I'm playing now. What? Oh, no. What happened to the Super Bowl? Hey, what hurt?
He said something to Cam Newton, and Cam Newton said, "You said what?" And he said nothing.
Oh, he was a fruity. Hey. Did you tell Von Miller happy Father's Day? Playing now. What happened to the Super Bowl?
You talking about nothing? Yeah, I know. Nothing.
Super Bowl. Damn. What you say? What you say? I said I was gonna fight him. Let's go work. Von Miller. Hey, I'm a piece of that small. Can we take a picture? Don't scare you. You tell Von Miller.
You see how he's ignoring them, and he's going on about what he's trying to do. And see, being any type of athlete and celebrity, people feel like they can talk to you any kind of way. And that's why a lot of times these folks don't like being around people, because people see them as a target. But just like we are humans, they are too. They just have more money than we do. But nobody wants to take their time that they could be doing, making money somewhere else, being trolled, being talked to crazy, being played with. This man is a grown man, and these kids are playing with him like like he's one of them. This is a grown man. This is not no kid. So, I was even taught, even when I was a teenager, when it was somebody in their 30s, or I had a teacher in their 20s, we was taught to respect people that was older than us. We didn't play with people like that, at least I didn't, because I was taught better. But yeah, he's taking his time out at the camp, and these kids that's probably in the camp too, thinking everything is funny. This is a grown man. Don't be playing. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. They play too much.
Hey, I'm a color. Why you get scared? Why you back up? Right. You should. Right. You get my voice. You want me to? Oh, yeah. I can get my voice. Oh, get my shit. You ass. You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You about to be poor. I'm rich. You're a free agent. I'm a free agent. I'm rich.
He's arguing with him about being a free agent. And Cam Newton said, yeah, but I'm rich. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we having a conversation about? What are we having an argument about? What are we going back and forth with? I'm good. You're the one that's still in high school. And hopefully you'll be fortunate enough to go to college. What do you feel that you have to say to somebody and be disrespectful? See, a lot of times now, there is sometimes that adults are disrespectful to young people. I have seen that. Everybody to an extent is limited, should get some type of respect. Even with, I would say, as a teacher, you have to, in some ways, respect your students enough to not treat them any kind of way. Talk to them like a human being. Don't talk to them like an animal. Okay. So you do, in some ways, have to show some type of respect to even a child. But at the same, it ain't no but at the same time, with that being an adult, and this is the adult organization. This is an organization that he has made for youth to come and show their talents in football. And for you to question or to troll or to go back and forth in an argument about something that is so meaningless is so disrespectful. What are we teaching kids today? Some of these, I swear, some of these parents, if you are in the education system, you'll understand. But some of these parents don't even realize they're setting their child up for failure. The world is not going to be catered to you. Just because your mama and your daddy, or your mama or your daddy love you, or whoever love you, that doesn't mean that the world is going to be at your feet and you're going to be entitled to have everything. And a lot of these parents set these kids up for failure. I remember back in the day, if I said anything back to an adult, my teeth would be out of my mouth. Because I understood that there's just certain things I cannot say. I cannot rebuttal against my parent or some elderly person in my family. That was just the way it used to be. Now you have some kids, they go back and forth with their mom and daddy like they really are in a real argument. Like if they was they man or they woman. And I think that is just so strange. Just imagine somebody that's a coach. Just imagine somebody that comes to give your child, that wants to give your child the opportunity to better their life. And you talking to them crazy and you're questioning them, talking about you're a free agent. It doesn't matter. He's playing professional football, which you might never, ever do. That right there, look, that right there, right there, that is so much more to look up to somebody that has made it than someone that's still trying to, get out of high school, and they might not even get a scholarship to play, a full scholarship. So I just don't understand people. And and like I said, it's really a lot of it starts from the parents. It starts from home. Everything starts from home for the most part.
Where your daddy at? Let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your dad. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. You're a free agent. You asked. Talk to me. Where's your dad? Where's your pop?
No, ain't no disrespect. If you wanted some attention, I'm gonna give you some attention. The right way, bro. The right way. When do y'all play? What was y'all record today then?
1-2. No, 2-1.
What did you do? No, I wasn't able to see because y'all was too.
Cameras on me.
All right, bro. What did he do, man? Does he play?
He got speed.
He got speed.
No, he's like his speed.
Oh.
You're gonna see.
Huh?
You're gonna see.
Nah, don't act shy, nah, bro. Don't act shy. I'm asking you. I couldn't see today.
You gonna watch YouTube? Oh, you watch YouTube? I know you do. You gonna watch that
crocs, man. Stop.
What you do?
No, I'm really trying to ask you. Like, I'm trying to see like what you.
We do that.
He's asking the young man what he does. This young man, like, getting the attitude, like, you gonna see. You watch YouTube. We be on YouTube. He didn't ask you all that, sir. He just asked you what you do. Since you got so much to say to him, he asked you what you got to offer. What you doing? That's basically all he's saying.
That's your real though.
I'm like,
you rep that 215.
205?
215.
205. Okay, cool. Bro, I'm just like, please don't be one-dimensional. Like you said something to me, then I go, I'm really trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to like crack no jokes. I'm just really trying to.
See, you see what it said? He said, I'm trying to talk to you. See, this young man thinking he trying to be funny or sarcastic. He's like, okay, since you coming for me, I'm just trying to see what you got going on. What you doing? How like what you doing so great? Well, let me have a conversation with you. Let me see how we can come in the middle. That's what I see Cam Newton saying to this young man. Young man feeling a certain kind of way, like, oh, you trying to be funny because you a celebrity or you an athlete and all, but you need to watch YouTube or whatever he was saying to watch his game. But it's like, calm down, calm your ego down, young man. You ain't made it as far as he has, and you might not ever. So some of these, I'm telling you, you have to work in the school system to kind of understand what I'm saying. Some of the attitudes that these people got, it makes you wonder, what's going on at home, because it's just some things, like I said, back in the day, we, like me, my cousins, my friends, people I knew, we just wasn't allowed to say or do to older people or people in some type of authority. That just wasn't, we just didn't do it. Even if we felt like doing it, we knew not to do it because we knew our teeth would be on the floor.
To ask a simple question. It's your fault why everybody's looking, but I'm really just trying to ask a question. But you never said what you did. You said you gonna see. No, coach, it's no disrespect.
No,
I promise you, it's no disrespect.
I get that. Right? This is the coach.
Coach, we squashed it. We good. I was good.
I love that. I love
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to break the monotony. Yeah. I'm just trying to talk to him. You think I'm trying to put him for me?
I'm focusing on I'll get my
Thank you, sir.
right? Congratulations.
But y'all don't play no more today, though.
Are you good? I see y'all moving.
Y'all play us next?
No, our younger team do. Play not a younger team, but a younger guy.
The 18, y'all 18 in there.
Yeah, 18. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
just
sir.
15.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo,
Say less.
Viper, let's go over there.
Hey, come on, in the back of the.
Hey, John. Hey, John.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say it. They can't hide the film now. You know what I'm saying? That 3 times.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all not throwing that, none throwing that Atlanta hero quarterback.
Just chill
Cannot
up.
beat me.
Can't be.
And the last guy they showed was one of the coaches that jumped Cam Newton. This back and forth thing, him saying Atlanta's hero quarterback, that's a generational hater. No disrespect to that guy. But what happened on that field was a culmination of feelings backed up. And when someone...
Yeah, jealousy, envy. And one thing you will see a lot in the Black community is it's really very prevalent. It's the crab in the barrel kind of complex, where I see you doing better than me, or I see you coming up to some type of success. Let me pull you down, whether it's with my words, with even doing something behind the scenes to make sure your success doesn't come through. um Jealousy and envy is a universal thing, so it's not just for people of color. So let's just get that straight. It's a universal thing. It happens to everybody. It Jealousy and envy is a human emotion. All right. So with that being said, since I am a person of color, I see it very prevalent in my community. I'll say that, where I see sometimes other people of color that have actually made a success story of their life, and they've came from a situation to where they were in poverty. They were in the low income area. They maybe had a single parent, or maybe they had both parents, but they still were low income. And then they end up making it big doing something, whether they go to school and become a lawyer, a doctor, or an educator, whatever they do. You will still have people, especially, any type of celebrity, you will have people that would tear them down with their words and be so disrespectful to these people. And they don't even know the people, but they will be so disrespectful. They want to tear this person down so they can defame somebody else's name. Whatever that person is doing, they want to defame it so people will look at them in a disdain, rather than look at them, and be proud and be glad that somebody that looked just like them made it out. And that's really unfortunate, and I see it so in my community. And it's like, this is what, like I said, beyond egos, sometimes there's jealousy and envy in the mix of those egos. And he just said that the person that's doing the commentary, he just said that because this person was saying something, I guess, about him being the one of, trying to be sarcastic about him being one of the best Atlanta football players, however he said it. And he was basically being sarcastic. But to me, why would you do something like that when basically this man gave you a job? Because this is actually his camp. He entrusted you to be one of the coaches to get everything organized where it needs to be. I don't know all the ins and out on creating a team and all the plays and stuff of that nature, but I do know if this is his camp, then he had to hire you, or he had other people to maybe hire you to get the camp organized so that it can be a success. So the comments that some people say is sometimes hidden with jealousy and envy. And if you're not paying attention, you will overlook it. So like I told y'all from the beginning, it has a lot to do with egos, but sometimes jealousy and envy and people's insecurities plays into it. Maybe because he didn't make it to the NFL, that has something to do with it. It's a lot of different things. Like I said, I'm not saying it's all their fault. It could have been some of Cam Newton. It could have been both of them. We don't know, but for what I know for sure, this is his camp. So he is the boss. He is the big man on campus. So basically, to me, whatever he says goes. And if you don't like it, then you can leave because this is his camp. This is not anybody else's. It's not their camp. It's not anybody's camp but his. He's the one that started this. He's the one that got this organization together to cater or to assist young men that needed a chance to make it. That's what I see.
One is good at talking and good at playing and good at coaching. Sometimes the best thing you could do is put hands on them. I understand. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying I understand the frame of mind. Whereas like we can't talk better to him. So if he says something, it's up. And this is not the first time these coaches have gone back and forth. Last year, the game was barely even played because the coaches were cursing at each other from across the field. And since the coaches were doing it, the players picked up on it as well.
Coach, if the adults are going to do it, what do you think the kids going to do? See, the adults have to be an example, including Mr. Newton. They all have to be an example because guess what? Kids are watching. Kids are like sponges. I don't care if they're teenagers. They are like sponges. Whatever you do, they say they have their own mind and they know everything, but they're going to do whatever they see, right? So if the coaches who are supposed to be the adults and who's supposed to be the leaders and to show them how to act, and then if they're doing it, if they acting a fool, what do you think the kids going to do?
Because that's the example you set. What are we doing here? This 7-on-7. This doesn't even count for the football season. Of course, it's great with film, which helps them get recruited, but it's not that serious. Is it? Let me know in the comment section. Peace.
Damn. And I think so. I think so too. Roy Lee. I really do. Like I said, I didn't know if it was confidence or arrogance because, like I said, I haven't watched him like that. I think he's a handsome brother, but I haven't really watched him to the point to where I really know, kind of have a glimpse of his, personality all the way. But it does seem to me that he is very confident. And when people see that you're confident and that you're sure of yourself, they don't like that. Especially those who already don't like you anyway. If you confident and you're good at whatever you're doing, you're going to have a lot of hate. And that's another reason why I see kind of, maybe some of how he feels, or what he's going through, because he's good at what he does. He's confident and he knows who he is. At least that's what he comes off to be. And people that don't have that are going to see their own securities. They're going to see their own insecurities as disadvantages, where they see him having all the advantages because he's rich, he's nice looking, he's played in the NFL, he's has his own different podcasts, he's doing other things, he has camps, so he's doing a lot of things. You see all of these advantages and you're looking at all your insecurities. That creates jealousy and envy, plus with egos. So in ego, with the jealousy, envy, having that big ego, I call it a fragile ego to me, because they're very fragile. They have a big ego, but they're very fragile. They're easily to break. They're easily to get insecure because of other people's advantages or other people's blessings, other people's strengths and successes. And in the midst of that, it's jealousy and envy. And some people that don't think they're jealousy and envy, and they say those little sly remarks, they really don't know what jealousy and envy is. They just think jealousy and envy is something where if you blatantly just, just say, I don't like that nigga because he got this and that. Sometimes jealousy and envy is very sneaky. It's something that if you're not paying attention to, you might do it or have it. You know what I'm saying? So people don't realize that they really do struggle with a lot of insecurities that make them jealous and envious of other people that have different strengths and different talents and gifts. And that's why you see so many people get upset with celebrities and people that have made it, because they were like, you don't deserve that. How did you get that? And I didn't get it. They could have worked hard. Some people actually work to get to where they are today. Very few people were born with a silver spoon. Very few. So it's really sad when other people can't congratulate you for where you have, where you came from to now. Sorry, Selena. Oh, girl, that's okay. Yeah, I struggled with it today too. So yeah, they really just don't. They really are. They really mad when they can't do what you do. They really mad if they can't look the way you look. They really mad if they can't talk the way you talk. They really mad that you don't give a darn about nothing they got going on. They really mad about that. It's like people are not okay with you being yourself. And whose problem is that? Because it definitely ain't mine. So if anybody would like to come up, just let me know, because I'm not going to put the link in the chat unless somebody would like to come up and maybe talk about this. But like I said, the signs of a disrespectful generation is very prevalent out there. If you don't know, look around. It's not only on just from this video, it's at your job, at your workplace. You got people that don't know how to act on your job. They say disrespectful things, they do disrespectful things. You got people on social media, people you've never met. That's what gets me. If I ain't never met you and you got a lot to say and you constantly disrespectful, I really can't believe it. It's just it's absolutely like, are these people for real? So disrespect is everywhere. It's young. Hey, Randy. It's old. It's middle age. It is what it is. What's up, Blizzy?
What's up? Good morning or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Blizzy. What you have to add to this conversation?
Yeah, it's just it's sad that, to be honest, it just stems from just us as black people. We
Mm-hmm.
can never have anything like whenever it's something positive, like somebody doing a 7-on-7, when somebody trying to give back to the community, it always is some negative feature from somebody within our own community.
Right.
But
Right.
we're the same people that say, well, I don't like people coming across the border. I don't like people doing this, doing that. How about we clean up our own neighborhood streets before we worried about somebody else?
Right. And Blizzy, I don't know. I'm like this. If Black life matters, doesn't matter unless it starts mattering to other Black people. It doesn't matter sometimes to other Black people. So why is it so that people are like, Black lives matter? Okay, well, you can't tell because we don't even matter to each other.
Facts.
So
And I hated protesting for that because when I learned about who founded Black Lives Matter, they shoveled a whole bunch of money in their own pockets while we were out there trying to
yeah,
protest.
Like was it George Soros that sponsored, or the Black
I
Lives?
know somebody else. I'm not. I don't want to like bring names up. I'm not clear about what the names were, but I mean, of course, they shoveled that money at that time and used, because we all was protesting at that time. Everybody,
Mhm.
every city was protesting, and but to get back to the point, if I'm Cam Newton and he's still gonna do it, I would shut it down.
Me too.
Because he does it out the kindness of his heart, and you see like the other video of the kid talking about some you're a bum and this and that.
Right.
That little kid ain't been nowhere in his life to even call somebody a bum.
He probably ain't been out of his state. That's
Right.
what's so crazy. I'm like, dude, are you for real? Didn't your
Some
mama and daddy or
disrespect.
your mama teach you how to act? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say a lot of times we can't be too surprised by kids because the adults are just as worse.
The adults, I mean, I won't say this because I mean some people are single parents and single homes, whatever their relationship is, whatever. I get it,
Yeah.
but I know good damn and well when I grew up, it was about respect.
Hmm.
I respect my adults.
Exactly.
I don't walk around saying like you just said, like you get popped in your mouth for being disrespectful in my household.
Exactly. Like your
So
teeth will be on the floor.
yeah,
And if you had
niggas put some hell.
eyeglasses, if you had eyeglasses, they would be on the other side of the room. So, I mean, I don't know where these people are coming from. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying in one live, I was like, I know I'm a millennial, so it's like the millennials, we have kids, and it's like I don't know if if it was the baby boomers or the Generation X, uh, messed us up. And then the millennials, when we started having kids, we didn't pass nothing, no good values down. And that's not all, that's some. You know what I'm saying? But I see a huge part. I would say majority of the kids, especially at my school, they are very disrespectful. I'm talking from the ones that's in the general classes, not the special ed classes, from general to all the way to the special ed. It's just no respect there. They don't know how to respect adults at all. And I think a lot of that starts from home. It starts from home, like I said, and sometimes, and I know a lot of times these kids, some they don't, maybe some of them are not raised by their mother, father. Most kids now are raised by either the foster system, especially at my school, or they're raised by their grandparents or their grandmother. So there's another dynamic there. It's like it's just the world. The world is just messed up. It's just messed up. It's messed up, unfortunately. But I always say whatever's going on, it starts at home. Dimple D said we can clean up our own neighborhoods, but we definitely still need to worry about mofos coming here illegally, because they are the people that get all the benefits that you have been taken from us, right?
No, that's not true. I mean, it's true. Hold on.
Hmm.
Let me say this. It's true.
Hmm.
So I get it, but at the same time, these this is something I want to tell us as Black people. People from Mexico or people from all different walks of life, Jewish people, whatever. You know, one thing they have in common.
Hmm.
These are the people that come here and own your corner stores. These are the people that come here and work together as a unit. So
Right.
these people from other countries and work as a unit, but us as Black people can't even own a damn 7-Eleven, own a
Hmm.
corner store.
Right. Some of them banks ain't gonna let you have that money.
Walk down the street and break bread with your Black brother.
Hmm.
Now, let's talk about it.
Right.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah, it is.
We've been here our whole life as black people, and we can't even own a damn corner store. Every time we go to a corner store, what is it? It's somebody like an Indian or somebody else. And no disrespect to them, I'm just saying, like it's somebody else that owns that corner store that you go to.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I have nothing against anyone. We all can flourish. But since I am a woman of color, I always say, I would like to, have especially in my community, I would like to give back to my community by helping another person of color, like, to benefit from it, from, my business. So,
Facts.
but I don't see that as often. I see, like you said, I see other foreign other cultures that come in the community, and they have stores, they have beauty supply houses, and
Yes, like
they
every store, any
mhm,
store you go to is owned by somebody else. It's not us.
hey Shirley. Yeah, that's right. Roy Lee said it's only been 57 MVPs in the NFL. Count was one, meaning 1 year he was the best player in the NFL. Wow.
That's a fact. I mean, Cam Newton was like the best football player at one time. Went to a Super Bowl, was MVP. I mean, the man's probably 6'5", probably since he's not even in the NFL, probably heavier, probably about like 270. You see how
Mm-hmm.
he ragged all them dudes? I
Mm-hmm.
thought they were children until I knew they were grown men. I was like,
Yeah, me too. I said, wow, it's like David and Goliath,
hey,
but Goliath was beating their butt. But
damn, about dragging them boys. I'm like, bro, how in the hell is you? That's for any NFL player.
right.
Like how? And then what I didn't respect too was if you looked at the video, they snuff Cam like they hit him in his face. He wasn't even looking. Dude gonna punch the dude in the face. Like, be a man, bro.
Mm-hmm. Let,
They're acting like
so
little.
let
Yeah.
me ask you this, Blizzy. When you saw, do you think that from what I've shown you, the videos, do you think that it was a lot of disrespect that was going on for it to just get out of hand to the point to where they started fighting? Like, what did you see in the situation?
Well, I've like met Cam like one time, not like
Oh, okay.
personally, but just like I've seen Cam in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
So you got to think, how you doing? Um, those 7-on-7 tournaments, like people talk a lot of trash. It's trash talk.
Okay.
Cam be the first one to trash talk you, but it's all in good fun for the sport. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it got out of hand. He might have said something to somebody, and they didn't take it, that type of way. So that's why they probably jumped stupid at that point. I feel like there's a lot of trash talk within sports. People just have to get
Mm-hmm.
over that. Um, but at the same time, some people can take trash talk and some people can't. Some people take it
Mm-hmm.
personal and take it to the streets. Some people just say, "Hey, it's just sports."
Right.
So I think
Right.
that's what happened at that
A
time.
lot of trash talking. And
A lot of
what you
trash
say?
talk.
Would you say it's a lot of egos in that too? Big egos.
I mean, to play sports, you gotta have some type of ego,
Big O. Okay.
but
Uh.
it doesn't mean you need to. I mean, like you look at people like LeBron that people always want to talk bad about. But LeBron is trash talking you on the court, but the man's worth $1 billion outside of the court. He ain't saying nothing to you.
Right.
But
T.
it
Smith.
doesn't make any sense for him.
Right.
Why would he jeopardize his brand as a person to trash talk somebody that's underneath him per se?
Exactly. T. Smith says some of you all don't understand how the devil works through TV, radio, social media, movies, cartoons. It brainwashes you and pursues you if you are not a person who persuades you if you are not a person who thinks of for yourself. So he said it persuades you if you're not a person who thinks for yourself, and that's true. That's very true.
Shoot, that could
Blizzy
be
said,
everybody on his app.
Let's not act like getting a business loan is easy for blacks. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can't really uh get loans um, like maybe some other ethnic groups can as fast as you can. If if you were maybe Caucasian or I would say Indian, or Vietnamese, So there's certain different barriers that happen because of that, because of your ethnic group. Hey Bivens, how are you? Hey Russell, what Russell's like? You was just drunk, disrespecting last night. Now you sober, sucking up, boy. Who you being
I'm not.
disrespectful? You have been disrespectful to me?
No, I'm not addressing him. We're talking about something else. I basically like if you
Oh,
want to hear what I said I said that it was a couple chats for the whole 80. It's a whole thing about that whole 86K thing. And I seen you in a chat, and I seen you in multiple chats, and you were just kind of there. So I said that maybe like even myself stay in the mess
oh,
sometimes.
okay.
Even that's all I said. But then if he goes to the whole video, if he wants to pull up the time step, I said I fuck with Selena. So he's just trying to start mess and cause confusion. This is how he comes. We're having an actual dialogue, and he comes in the chat. Oh, you did something last night. Why don't you get on the panel and talk about what we're talking about with Cam Newton? These are the type of divisive demon ass people that's on this app.
Okay. T. Smith says if you watch the news, they will always put a dumb black person on TV to speak. If an intelligent person starts to speak, they will cut it short.
Let's get back on the loan thing though, because I don't think that was real what he said. There's no
um,
such thing as black or white or this and that when you get a loan. If you have a good credit score, you're getting a loan. So
so
we
you
need to
don't
start.
think it's
Go ahead.
just based on? Sometimes it can be based on that. Well, it may be in the past where people would be not give you loans because you were maybe black or maybe Hispanic. So you don't think that now it's about credit?
It's always been about credit. I mean, seriously. I mean, look. I'm a black person. I can literally say, oh man, I want reparations and this and that. If
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a good credit score, what in the hell could I possibly ask for? I mean, to be honest, if your credit score is 300, what loan are you actually gonna get?
Yeah, that is kind of true on that.
It doesn't make
300.
sense.
Look,
It's not
300 is pretty
logical.
low.
You know what I mean? It's not logical. So
Right.
let's teach that in the black community about getting a credit score or doing something in your life that builds your credit. Then we can talk about if somebody denies me for a fucking $100,000 loan, but my credit score 300. How in the hell I'm gonna apply for that?
Right.
Doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I can see, I can see both sides though, for real. Because I do think that sometimes it is on how you look. I ain't gonna be on I'm gonna be honest with you, but I also believe that it's about your credit score and um what do the banks, they're going to look at your finances and how much money you put in the bank and your, like you said, their credit, and they look at a lot of different factors on how they come up with deciding whether or not they're going to give you a loan or not. But
Yes, and
you
it's
can,
biased. It's super
yeah,
biased. Like
but we can't deny there has been some people that probably have done things out of being biased or prejudiced too. Not all, but some.
well, look at us. I'm gonna give you a good example here. It's a good analogy because we're having a good conversation.
Mm,
Remember when COVID started and they were giving out the PPP loans to small businesses, right?
right.
What did a lot of black people do? They forged a document to get PPP loans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see, that could
Right.
have went to an actual small business. Small businesses were being, eradicated. Like some mom and pop stores you probably went to as a kid, they were done during COVID, and some people were using it just to put money in their pocket and buy some fucking shoes.
Mm.
They didn't want to turn around
Yeah.
and be like, well, we still need reparations.
Right.
We're being done up. Well, okay. The one time you get a government handout, what do? You run it and then spend it on bullshit.
So you saying that sometimes some people of color, they don't take advantage or they don't use things in the right way when they do get the opportunity. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Blizzy, TP said, Blizzy, I played football with dudes who parents didn't have any credit off the boats getting loans. Wow.
Well, I mean, I don't know what type of loans they was giving, but shout out to them. Don't talk to me. Talk to the IRS. I don't know.
Blizzy crazy as hell. And then
I can't
TP
even.
say immigrants get grants and free government money to open businesses. I did hear of that too.
No, bro. They're probably not. They're probably not registered,
They're
right?
not registered. Blizzy,
So
I Blizzy ID like okay, he said I'd like to think people applying for business loans with a legitimate what business not trying to what is it not trying to with 400. Oh, you saying she's not, so some of these people are not trying to with 400 below credit score. Some people do be trying to get the some credit, like say for instance, they'll try to get loans off of a very low credit score. But I believe that like he was saying, some of these immigrants, they can get loans faster to me than anybody that's been over in the States that's been over here. Because I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong with legit
no,
business.
they're right. They're right because I feel like they
Look,
cater to immigrants more than they care about this own country. I mean, we all know that. That's not
people
a
applying for
secret.
business loans.
Yeah, it's not a
So
secret. It's not a secret. But at the same time, though, because I look at everything from two open eyes, right? So like, just because they got this, and that, we as black people or people anywhere that live in the United States, you've been here your whole life, and these people just came over here and they're outdoing you. You know what I mean? Like it should be disrespectful to you to have somebody come from another country and do better than you. You've been here your whole life.
okay, so if they have a legit business idea, but they have a 400 or below 400 credit score, but they have a legit business, like if they have everything organized and everything, I wonder would the bank look at that differently because they have a what do you call that when they go in to pitch an idea to a bank, but they just have a plan. They have everything written out, what their business is going to be, how much they think that, they think the revenue will pull in due to the area that they're in and all these type of different details that they might need for the bank to approve it. And I wonder would they give somebody like that. I wish I knew
But
somebody that.
here's the pro and con. So just because you have a 400 or 300 credit score, like have you ever went to like a haircut or a salon place that wasn't a part of an actual salon? There's ways to make money without getting around all that bank stuff. If you're a hustler,
Mhm.
you're a hustler. There's people that hustle fruit trucks. There's people that hustle doing hair. There's people that hustle doing this and doing that. You don't really have to really deal with them. Your idea is in your mind. You don't have to trust in a bank to make your idea fly. All you got to do is have a lot of people that rock with you for whatever trade that you're doing, and then they'll support you. It's called support.
Mhm.
Get it out the mud. See, people are scared to hustle. They're scared to like go. I see fruit trucks all the time. I see a lady in a fruit truck all the time whistling. She has fresh fruit in that fruit truck. She's probably been here for years, and she's probably making money on that fruit truck because she had an idea of hustling. So
Mhm.
why can't we do that?
Mm, that's interesting. Russell said nobody wants to talk because we don't know who you are. One day you're a gangster from LA, and then you're a college kid with a good job. You confused, boy.
No, I never been.
And that's
Let
your
me address Russell
problem.
Red because Russell Red always be addressing me. Let me get this straight. Son. Never, I never said I was a gangster. I never said I'm better than everybody because I stay in Los Angeles. That's not what I'm saying. It's the people on this app that be saying, "Oh, you're not from LA." What does it matter to you? Like that's the question I always ask. Like, what does it matter to you? I'm not affecting your day if I
Blizzy,
stay
they
in
be
LA or
giving you a
not.
hard time, don't they?
I'm just, but I always ask the same question. Like, what does it apply? What is what I'm doing on this app applying to your life? That's the
Mhm.
problem. You more worried about what I'm gonna say than you having a good day today.
Russell a mess. Roy Lee said Adrian Peterson owed a loan while he played in the league. Retired 3 years ago and already selling off stuff to pay debts. What?
That's actually a really good comment because we get a lot of money in our lifetime, right? Well, some of us do. Some people, I don't
Hmm.
know. But that's why you throw your money into investments because the older you get, it doesn't matter how much money you make today. It matters about the investment strategies that you use for your life to set you up for a good retirement plan. I mean, most people do 401ks. They don't know about Roth IRA or putting their money in investments or doing this and doing that. So you have to learn the strategies and rub elbows with the right people.
Right.
It's not about what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't know that, Roy Lee. That's crazy. Blizzy, how do you explain these immigrants getting businesses and can't even speak English? Stop the cap. Okay.
I don't speak English or something. Okay.
Yeah, he said
Thank
they
you,
don't
T
speak
people.
English. Oh,
But
Sassy
guess
said,
what?
"Oh, it's a proposal." Yes, that's what I was trying to think of the word. When they go into banks and they want to make a proposal, even if they don't have a great credit score, if they can go in with a proposal showing what they think their business, how much money revenue they think that, well, they kind of estimate, and what kind of customer base that they're going to have, things of that, to show that they have thought about and organized ideas on how they're going to work their business and make the
That is a
money.
fact, though. That's a true statement. Have you ever seen a movie, A Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith?
Right. I seen it.
Because that's exactly what that person was saying. So yes, if you
Okay.
ever propose it, if you have something that you want to do in your life and people are gonna make money off of it, they'll take it.
Okay. They may get approved with a higher interest rate. Wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Interest rate is another story too. So I don't know if you know this, but I'm gonna give the chat a little bit of flavor. So why do you think a lot of people in the black community go to banks that are like what do you call them? They're like
Mm,
what is those banks called? I was trying to land this plane. I think they're called anyway. It's like a bank that people go to that like without a good credit score, they go and it's like almost like
a
a
credit
trust for a
union.
bank, a credit union. There you go.
Hmm.
There you go. So a lot of people don't understand at a credit union, your money that's in your account doesn't grow.
Right.
So it's called high yield bank accounts like SoFi or anything like that. You can leave your money there and it has a 5% return once you deposit. So at the end of the year, if you leave your money there, you probably gain another $1,800 that year just off of the interest rate of the 5% APR that you left into that bank account. Credit unions don't do that.
I thought it was the banks that don't do that.
A lot of it, like those big banks,
The-
like Bank
I
of
thought the credit union
America.
does,
No,
because I have a credit union and a bank. So, and from what the banker at the credit union was telling me, I think it's like what 5% interest is at my bank that we get. I mean, at my credit union. So
I
I'm
look
with
at
the teachers.
high yields. So like, let's say you did this, Selena.
Mhm.
Right, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not giving you. Let's make a disclaimer. I'm not telling people what to do or anything on
Right, right, right.
finances. But so like, I have a SoFi account.
Hmm.
So in my SoFi account, if I leave money in my SoFi account by the by the end of the year, it's already gained way more than I would leave in a regular bank, like a Bank of
Okay.
America for that. Also, if you change your assets up, because I know a lot of people have 401k because we're all working people. I would hope. So some people don't, but you know, transition yourself into a Roth IRA.
Hmm.
The reason why is that it grows depending on what business that you're into. If you change that, you can do like half 401k, half Roth IRA. It depends on what your prerogative is, but there's ways to make your money grow. And I think what's missing in the black community is nobody's preaching about investment strategies and this and that. Because you can make a bunch of money on the street. You can have $100,000 in your pocket right now, but where's that gonna go in 5 years or 6 years or
Right,
8 years or 10 years?
right.
That's
Thank you
kind of
for
like my
coming.
program. I'm looking.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You said
No, go ahead, Slim.
no. I'm sorry. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I want to speak to. Thank you for coming through, KPSSP. I appreciate you. Thank you. You said you finally caught alive. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, King Stoner, what's good? Good to see you. Yeah.
But on the
Say.
sun, Selena, this is actually productive talk what we're doing right now. Not the
Uh huh.
cap, not the LA or you're from here. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna do this and this. We're actually having a productive conversation, and that's the
Yeah.
type of person I am. I'm able to have a conversation about the topic. It don't need to be
Hmm.
none of that clown stuff, and that's why I try to get around it. Sometimes like I try to address it, which I don't need to be doing because these people don't mean nothing to me. I mean, at all. But
Yeah, I tell you,
you
Blizz,
know,
they can't stand you. I said, wow, Blizzy, Blizzy's
because
such a sweetheart.
I call bullshit. I'll call
Hmm.
BS. Now I'll call myself out too, and I'm
Oh,
able to have
okay.
a conversation. So I don't need to be saying this and that. The only reason I even mention anything about California, this and that, when people are talking all this crazy stuff, because I'm like, hey, I'm living in a place that's really high living. Like as far as like, it's ridiculous how much I pay out here.
Hmm.
I'd rather be in Texas or Carolina or wherever, but I'm still surviving. I'm still flourishing in the place that I'm at. And some people just don't understand. Like, I mean, the Oscars are here today. They
Yeah.
closing that. They're protesting right now in Hollywood right now.
Really? About the
Yes,
Oscars?
about the
That's
Oscars.
that's
There's always a
crazy.
damn protest on something. But anyway, besides that, it's like it's a different type of situation for me because I have a family. I have this and I have that, and I have to get over minefields every day. Every time I wake up and I walk down the street or get in my car or this and that, it's not easy to live in a huge city. It's not easy
Right.
at all. I
That's
make it
true.
easy because I'm respectful and I do what I gotta do and I keep my head high and I'm just not scared of nothing. So
Blizzy, you a mess. Hey,
I'm
Capital
just saying.
C, what's up, Vince? Yeah, Cali is expensive. I like I said, I have a lot of relatives up there, and they all tell me it's expensive. It's a great place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
It's a great place to be. I used to stay in San Diego and like I've stayed in Orange County.
Blizzy, okay, he done cut out. I don't know. Serious question, Blizzy. Why do you think that's a flex? I lived in Miami. Cost meant nothing. I hated the traffic and other stuff. I never thought it made me better living in Miami. Okay. Okay, Blizzy. Hi,
My bad.
Elmer. How are you?
I had a phone call. My bad.
Elmer Fudge. What's good? You didn't speak to the host, Elmer. You just came in talking about Blizzy. Blizzy on the world tour. Do you feel important yet, man? Wow, you got Elmer in here acting up.
I know I'm important because
Elmer
you're
been
talking
watching
about me.
you.
Because you're talking about me.
Elmer has been watching you. He didn't even come speak to me. He just came straight to you, Blizzy.
Hey, it's Selena. They all be watching me. I was on a live, and I'm just gonna address a quarter of it. I'm not gonna bring that to your panel because I don't want to bring beef. But some guys is like, oh man, I got people watching you in LA, and this is. And I'm like, well, bring it on. Like,
What?
yeah, I'm like, they're like, oh, I got people watching you. They're gonna do you this way, do you this way. I'm like, bro, if you just leave it alone, please. Just leave it alone.
Blizzy, I don't know what you be doing. I know you were talking about. I'm doing great, Elmer. Thank you for saying asking how I was doing. I hope you are well. Um, I mean, I just see a lot of stuff going on. I've never on my end, I've never seen Blizzy get disrespectful, but like I said, I don't know who he has situations with, to be honest with you. I came here for Selena, but
And so
Selena.
my phone is blowing up today.
Oh, TP. I don't think people want you up here right now, but I'm about to end it anyway. But I really want to talk about, like I said, the disrespect that we see in this generation and just people in general. I just think that people really have lost they've lost the
And
sense of
that's what I'm gonna
being a
leave.
human.
That's what I'm gonna leave on this note,
Mhm.
Selena. And thank you for having me up as well. Think it's a great live. We talked about some really good
Like,
stuff. Us as black people, we gotta stop the cap,
uh,
bro. We gotta be our own accountability because we should be uplifting each other,
yeah,
not
we
the people
should.
that's from this or that or this or gangster this or 50 drop this. Why don't we start a channel and we all uplift each other?
Hmm.
And from every walk of life, we talk about something that can help anybody else in the chat that maybe not know like
You're
this or
right.
that. Well, let's do that. But we stay in a mess, and that's one thing I hate about this sector because I mean I used to be messy, but at the same time I can still have a conversation with anybody, and we can sit down and talk. Like Russell Ray, anybody that wants to approach me and talk about something that actually is something that's validity, we can talk.
Hmm. Hmm.
What's up, sis? All right, I gotta go.
All right. Thank you,
All right,
Blizzy. See ya.
all right, bye.
I'm a country boy from South Carolina. I'd never go nowhere else trashing people from an area they are from just because I live there now. Right? Yeah, we just lost a sense of just just being human and putting ourselves in other people's shoes. That's what I see. And that's why I see so much disrespect because people and then too, people just really don't care. We got to a point now, I think people just don't really care. They don't care what they do to people, they don't care how they hurt people, they don't care what they say to people or how they say it to people. It's really no concern of theirs. It's basically like, hey, it is, hey, you put up with it, I don't care, I don't care nothing about your feelings. Uh, F you and everything about you. I'ma do what I'ma do. That's what I see. Uh Elmer, you giving Blizzy a hard time. Make sure you press the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know if trolls subscribe, but if you would like to, please subscribe. Everyone is looking for 1 point more than the next person, it seems, to feel more valid. Yes, everyone's looking for 1 point more than the next person. You ain't lying. Like I said, people just, to me, just dwell on being disrespectful. That's just, I guess that's just how people feel. They feel like I don't care and I don't care what I do to other people. And then that trickles down to their kids, and then that trickles down to their kids. So you have a generation after a generation in disrespect and don't mind being disrespectful to whomever, whenever. That's what I see. It's unfortunate. I hope that we can all learn to treat people the way we want to be treated. We're not going to be perfect, but at least we can try to treat people like we want to be treated. Shout out to Cam Newton. I hope that this does not discourage him from maybe helping other young men that might want some of his guidance to help them to get to where they would like to be professionally. And I hope that he just doesn't give up on giving back to his community. Okay, let's unite to get this check that is owed to us as Black people. Oh, thank you, Elegance. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Are they supposed to be giving us reparations check, or what are they supposed to be doing? He says, let's unite and get this check that is owed to us as Black people. Well, the only way we can unite is when people learn to stop being disrespectful. And unfortunately, I don't see that happening anytime soon, if never, if ever. If that's the, I don't see it. I don't see it. People don't want to be respectful and they don't feel like they have to. So that's the only way we'll be able to unite is when we can put our differences aside and we can grow up. But you got 30, 40, and 50-year-olds and some 60 years olds still acting like children, and they dwell and they love the disrespect and they love being disrespectful. They get a thrill from being disrespectful to other people, and that is unfortunate. So, guys, I hope that y'all be blessed. I hope there was something that you got from this live. Like I said, how how we teach our children how to respect people, how to respect themselves, respect their elders, respect just people in general. Like I said, everybody has levels of respect, right? So thank you, Philly. I appreciate it. Everybody has levels of respect. There's certain things that, you wouldn't do to your mother. There's a different type of respect you give your mother, your father, and things of that. Also, respect is also earned, but just being a human and walking around and dealing with other humans, you have to have some type of level of respect unless someone is just disrespectful to you. When you're on jobs, you don't just do what you want to do. You have respect that that's another employee, that's your coworker, and you try to deal with them accordingly. That's the same with anything else. You know what I'm saying? So there's levels to this. So guys, I hope that we teach our kids, because I always teach my children in my classroom about how to treat people like you want to be treated. Just simple manners that they don't use today, like excuse me, thank you, giving people personal space when you're in the lines, because some people, you be at the line paying for your groceries or whatever you're buying, it's somebody on your back breathing. You're like, okay, who are you? So to me that's disrespectful, but some people are not aware that that's disrespectful. So sometimes you have to teach people by getting a basket and putting it between you and that person, because I'm like, look, I don't know you, I don't want you breathing all on me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. Selena, you're in the classroom as well, didn't know that. Thank you. Yes, I have special ed children, fifth grade, so it's pretty interesting. Right, Brian. Manners are really missing. The simple thing, like if you bump into somebody, you say, "Excuse me." You really shouldn't be that close to anybody, but you bump into somebody saying, "Excuse me." See, all of those is teaching kids levels of respect that you should give any decent, any human being just walking around. That's what I think. So we have a disrespectful generation because we just have disrespectful people, and that's just what it is. Thank you. Hello, Brian. Good to see you. I hope everything is well with you, and I hope you had a good Sunday so far, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming through. Tonight, I will be on my Oak Cliff Homeboy live tonight at 8 p.m. That is Central Time. His name is Vince the Sniper. He will and Vince, put your link in the chat, or somebody put Vince link in the chat. I don't know if he's still here, but I want to make sure people know about it. He wants me to come over there. We're going to discuss a few things about what's going on in the world or whatever. I don't know what kind of angle he's coming from, but it's going to be an interesting crowd over there. So hope some of my people who are my supporters over there, because it might be a rough crowd for me, but I hope some of you guys will come over. His name is Vince the Sniper. Okay, he put his link in the chat, so if you guys can sub up to him, that's where I will be tonight at 8 p.m. So I would like my people, if y'all can be over there to support me, because like I said, it might be a rough crowd. I don't know. So I want to bless my boy Vince. He's been a supporter of my channel since we both found out we was from Oak Cliff. I didn't know it was another Oak Cliffian. I don't know if that's a word, Oak Cliffian. I know Dimple D lives in the suburbs, but he will be interviewing me, and we'll be talking about some certain things. So I hope you guys join us. Also, you notice how kids don't have confidence to have an eye-to-eye conversation. Yeah, right, Mel. Not just kids, adults. I met some adults. You be wondering what's going on with them. Philly said, "We got your back, Selena. Believe that." Philly, you already know what time it is. That's what I say. Philly already know what time it is. Read between the lines. Y'all know what time it is. Ain't nobody crazy. But you know what? I always say, ain't nobody gonna run me away from YouTube but me. So, hey, I ain't going nowhere until I want to go. But Philly, I already know. Philly know 10 toes. I know it, honey. I can say, if it wasn't for my boy Vince, boy, I'm going in uncharted territory. Wasn't for Vince, boy, you better be glad you from Oak Cliff, cause boy, and you seem like you one of the normal people on here. So I said, well, I'll try it out. So like I said, I've been in the jungle before, so I know how to. I just went in with my eyes closed and did what I need to do. But it's all good. Vince is a gentleman, and I know that he will do what needs to be done. So I appreciate that, and so I hope and pray that y'all come over there and give me some support, so I can have some people that actually like me come over. And yeah, we gonna get this popping. We gonna get this pop events. So, but love y'all to Reese's Pieces, and I will see you guys tonight at 8 p.m. So yeah, just check me out, and hopefully my people will be over there. And it will be a great thing. good thing because, like I said, we're going to talk about different things. Nothing personal about me because I'm like, we ain't doing nothing personal over there. But you know, hey, it's going to be fun. I look forward to a challenge. So y'all guys be blessed. Love y'all to Reese's Pieces, and I will see you guys tonight. Thank you so much. And like I said, sub up to Vince. And hopefully y'all will catch me over there. Talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for the cash apps and the super chats too. Thank you so much. Thank you.